The Orzhov sleeves. Alright, so mono black aggro. This is kind of a Rakdos party. Can you use the scroll wheel? You can use the scroll wheel, got it. That's good to know. Wee, wee, wee. That's exciting. Alright, anywho, mono black aggro. Got a bunch of sweet one drops, curving into Spawn of Mayhem, Rune Raider. We got Priest of the Forgotten Gods that can generate a little bit of value. And we got Blade Juggler. My one comment on this deck is I wonder if it is worth not playing red for Judith. Like, is it really worth having good mana to not just play like 10 red sources and play Judy? Let's go ahead and dive in again. One of the things you give up when you do that is you give up some consistency for power. So we'll see if this deck feels really consistent or if it could potentially have a power boost from having a second color in it. What do you think is the best shell in standard for Angrath? You know, honestly, I don't know. Angrath tends to struggle a little bit compared to... Oh, Dovin. Dovin, you are not the leader of my mono black deck. I desperately... Whoa. Whoa, where's... Oh, there's my Dovin avatar. There was Vivian there for a hot second, and I was concerned. It's about to be concerned and upset. Ooh, the money glows. You see it's shiny at the top, too? That's excellent. Love that. Love the little details. I assume I'm about to lose this Kitesail Freebooter. Any news on what the emergency update actually did? I have no idea. Patch notes are available here. Give Poppy patch notes. Fixed a server exception that could cause players to encounter an unexpected match complete error. Patch notes here. Grixis, Ritual Asuk gonna be real scary next turn. Priest. I don't know that we can beat Ritual Asut, so I don't think I'm gonna bother. I'm gonna put Priest out here because we might need to cut through a Nicol Bolas with it. I too am whale in size and wallet. And this is why Fungal Infection is kind of neat in this deck. Even in a situation like this where it doesn't have a lot of text, it gets to make a 1/1. So just like a 1/1 for 1 here, which was fine. Alright. So this puts them to 2. So they need a Ritual Asut or bust here, basically. I guess they can have Cry of the Canarium as well. Bye, Felicia. Alright, Control. Drill Bit and Midnight Reaper sound great. I don't know if this card's probably not good enough against Grixis. This is probably a card that we want against Esper. And I don't know that this is better than just, like, playing more Midnight Reaper. It's kind of expensive. I left it in there because it's kind of cute, but it's probably bad. I guess I have an open slot. Do I want Contempt or do I want Open the Graves? I didn't attack with Priest. I used it to make them sacrifice the thing. This is fine. Let's give this a go. Hey, Jeremy. You must be a while. Let's get a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. I'm gonna keep this on the draw. Just run off a couple land, shall we? If we hit the second land, Priest kind of propels us up past. Opponent mulliganed. Not worried about Thief. Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, we have Priest of the Forgotten Gods that can deal with Thief as well, which is nice. Dark Shaders, thanks for the second month Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Maybe I'm supposed to drill bit there rather than play another creature out. Can see that. My plan of drawing a land has not come to fruition. Definitely can't beat that at the moment. Jeff, I've been thinking about Standard Plus. Do you think Standard cards are strong enough to compete with the Energy, Thopter Hazret, or they'll need to import the old ban list? I have no idea. It's really hard to, like, every time Standard rotates or, like, a new set gets added, I feel like it's a new testament to the fact that, like, it's just so incredibly difficult to evaluate the power levels of Magic cards. Like, we frequently see really good players who do nothing but play Magic be completely off base with how powerful things are, much less trying to assess them in a giant new card pool. So. Yep. Would really like to hit a land so we can play some of these 3-drops next turn. This does a 3-2 that deals a damage to me and draws a card. So they don't have Bedevil up here because that costs black. I think I'm going to attack them for 3 and just play Blade Juggler. This card's actually really sweet against Ritualist too, because while it costs 3, it's actually a 5-drop. So, like, their sweeper isn't that good here. I'm gonna play Blade Juggler rather than Rune Raider here, again, to play around Ritualist a little bit. It also gives me opportunity to draw 1-drop and play it immediately. Draw me some cards, baby! We're looking to dodge Cry of the Canarium here. Blade Juggler just doing the best, just like giant middle finger to Ritualist. Just like, you know what you're really not, Ritualist? You really aren't Kaya's Wrath. Alright, so they're dead, right? They're dead on board. I'm making another creature. Alright. Good solid run. Good solid run. It's been a while since we plugged the sponsors, but it's late, so these people are great. Buy their stuff. These people also great. Buy their stuff. Back to your regularly scheduled Magic Arena. Ooh, who shall lead my army of black creatures?
You're just fuel.
Old man Angrath sounds wonderful. And season ends in 3 days. We're rank 151. We ain't playing any matches of ranked shit. Let's not fall 850 spots in 3 days. That's the goal. That's the goal. Trying to not fall 849 spots in 3 days. So 3 days means it ends on Saturday afternoon, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Llanowar Elves, eh? What's the black card in the triple X cycle? I think it's a 3/3 for 3 that... It's a 3/3 for 3 that you can pay 1 to give it +1/+1. It's really not a good scene. Yeah, it's much worse than the rest of the friends. I want to get that looked at, opponent. Looks a little infected. Rest in peace, unplayable black card. Yep. If we hit a land next turn and we get to get the Spawn of Mayhem going, we could have a real shot here. Narrator. He did not hit a land and they did not get anything going. Yeah, basically, Drakari. It is almost comical how much worse that card is than Jhin. I guess you could technically play the Shade with non-basic swamps. Like, that's the upside, right? You could technically pair it with non-basic swamps, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, this game feels pretty over. They're just going to start making 4/4s, which is bigger than all my stuff. Not a cast down insight. They definitely should have done this on their turn. If I'd have drawn a cast down here, we'd have really punished them. We'd be able to, like, attack and cast down in response to the activation. They'd have been pretty far behind. Hi, wifey. I love you.
Hi, I'm leaving. We're going to ninja school.
Okay. Have fun with the ninjas. My wife brought me food because she's wonderful. It's twice in the same day. Ah, the second 4/4. They listened to me. They farted it on their turn this time around. Alright, if we hit a land this turn, maybe we can run these in here, hit them for 5, and like maybe this Spawn of Mayhem can run the distance. If they don't Vivian us, this Spawn might run us across the finish line. They are dead in 2 attacks to the Spawn of Mayhem here. So if they don't have a giant Krasis or another way to deal with this, we might run this across the finish line.
The wild wasn't meant. This is nothing.
Flying creatures. Flying creatures. I don't want Rune Reader, and I want these Contempts. That's all I want to swap here. Yeah, going back to talking about how hard it is to evaluate things. A lot of us thought Spawn was going to be very good. It's barely seeing any play. Turns out black on 3 ain't as easy as we thought it would be. I think I keep this. It just doesn't have a 1-drop and it doesn't have a 3rd land, so maybe I'm supposed to play Catch and Release. I think it doesn't quite hit enough of our creatures. Perfect. Alright, so if we get to go Marshal into Spawn, maybe we have a shot here. Oh, there's Sultai that just had a bad mana draw. Interesting. We didn't see any black mana out of them last game, right? That's incredibly rude, opponent. Alright, a 1-drop to pair with our 2-drop here is not terrible. I think I'm using Priest this turn. Yeah, that's why I played the other one, because I'm going to use the Priest. This keeps them off of Vivian next turn, which means my Spawn's more likely to get a hit in, which is ideal. We need to dodge Hostage Taker here, or if they do have Hostage Taker, draw a removal spell for it. So I'd like to talk about something that someone just said in chat. Someone in chat just said, if there are any decks that are holding back diversity right now, it's how every single green deck plays the Wild Growth Walker package. Format metagames are very nuanced and have a lot of little things that go into them. And while I agree that if you look at just AB, the package of Wild Growth Walker seems a little bit too good and like it could be holding other things back. But in my opinion, the thing that actually holds this format back is the fact that the decks that would normally be good, against decks with the Wild Growth Walker package tend to be unplayable against the various Wilderness Reclamation decks in the format. So while there are certain kind of bad aggressive decks that would otherwise be playable if the Wild Growth Walker package didn't exist, I think there's more nuance to it than that, because I think there's a lot of decks that exist that could prey on these Wild Growth Walker package decks if they didn't auto-lose to decks like Nexus of Fate and Wilderness Reclamation. Ooh, that's a good rip. What you got? Show me your removal spell. Hostage Taker. That's an unfortunate removal spell for us. Yikes. Hey, David, thanks for the 4 months. I really appreciate you sending that Twitch Prime my way again. Welcome back. Wow, they are really playing around a removal spell off the top. I'm very surprised they're not just jamming this Hostage Taker into play. Very surprised. They're actually just dead because they didn't do that, right? They're taking 6 in the air, 7, 8 off of this. So they'll trade here. I'm gonna pick back up both these Gutterbones, play them, activate Priest. And like their out here is basically they have to block here, and then their out is kind of Finality, but because I'm going to Priest them this turn, they can't cast Finality. So they're not exactly dead right now, but they are mostly dead. They don't have any outs. This is gonna put them to 1, and then like even if they take my Spawn of Mayhem off the table, the Kitesail Freebooter still kills them. I wonder if I want Drill Bit in this matchup. Marshal seems kind of slow and clunky. I'm gonna put some Drill Bits in, see how that feels. Actually, maybe I want Midnight Reaper too. Just like be able to trade profitably, attack in more aggressively. Default, thanks for the Twitch Prime support. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Let's give this a go. This was a great draw. Azan kind of lacked a 2-mana play, which could have made it mediocre. I don't know that you strictly have to be playing Land War Elves in green in this format. We played a Sultai variation that was Sultai midrange last night that didn't play Land War Elves that felt very reasonable. We've been playing Abzan Hero off and on that doesn't play Land War Elves. There's been a few different things we played that don't involve that card. That's true. Girl Aggro doesn't play it either. So we're super hosed by a Vivian here, but I think I just have to jam this. I'm like, obviously we have Contempt to kill the Vivian afterwards, but she just like puts us so far behind. Donovan, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This is a free attack for them. Because obviously I'm not blocking because I don't want to trade. Wow. Do they not have a land? They might not have a 5th land. If they don't have a 5th land, do I Vraska's Contempt this Land War Elf? Yes, this elf is very dead. Get out of here. Smack you for 6. Means we guaranteed don't get Vivian next turn. So the punish here is exactly 4th land Hostage Taker, or like 4th land Contempt. I suppose if they have any removal spell for this, we're in a little bit of trouble, but if they don't, they're basically just dead, right? I have to crack them for 5 more next turn and then like have a Blade Juggler. Man, this attack is aggressive. Well, if they don't have a way to kill this, this is going to turn into a 5/5. Yeah, Stompy was never really a tiered deck in this current standard format. Wow, if that's all they have, we are in an incredible spot. They're taking 6 next turn off of this. I get to put this into play. Oh, would you look at that? How about another friendo? Go ahead. Man, this demon card's really good when it doesn't die immediately. Love taps, baby, love tap. Do 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 do. All right. Running them down with mono black aggro. Little 2-0 to start. Keep it on. The Sultai aggro deck that we're going to be playing after this one is actually another, it's another deck featuring Spawn of Mayhem. The kind of Sultai mid-range package that's a little bit more aggressively slanted. I'm going to be speculative and keep this on the draw. The Mike Arnold, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yep. A little Marduk going on over there, huh? That was a very good draw. Trade with me, baby. Do it. Do it. Do it and do it and do it and do it again. Do 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 do. Jay Shrimp, thank you for the 16-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You're having a fantastical day wherever you're at. It's kind of sad that we only have 2 pretty full art cards in this deck. There's too many basic lands. I can't show off all my bling, chat. How am I supposed to show off my bling with this few basics? Man, cast down's looking real awkward. I think we're dead. I think I want to pull up here a little bit. Priest is probably pretty bad here. They have so many bad things to sacrifice. Give this a try. Let's give this a try. I would love to play first. Seemed is fine. Not amazing, but fine. Probably Kitesail on 2. Their deck probably doesn't have a ton of non-creature spells in it. Do I do that now? Do I Kitesail or do I double 1-drop? I'm gonna double 1-drop. That's kind of what the next deck is doing, Punchworthy. Now I kind of wish I would have played Kitesail last turn because I definitely want to play this out. But like if it gets like lava coiled, I feel real bad. Or mortified or something like that. And Kitesail could have possibly prevented that if I'd have let on it. Yeah. Feeling pretty dead here. They're going to kind of have endless blockers. This is like the Olive Garden of blockers. Take the bait. Stone cold nothing. How do I ever beat the Seraph? I don't? Alright. Onward, upward, backward, forward. That match was a good example of, we talked about, was it possibly worth splashing Judith? Not only would Judith have helped a matchup like that potentially, but having access to Lava Coil would be very good out of our sideboard in a matchup like that. The weird showing Vivian before we actually get in the game and it shows the avatar we've selected. Hey, but Effect, thanks for the Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for shipping your Twitch Prime this way this month and keeping me employed here. Welcome to everybody out there, by the way. This is a time slot I don't normally stream in, so maybe some of you folks are new. Welcome if you are. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. If you enjoy standard best of 3 constructed or constructed Magic in general, this is definitely a channel for you. Sure to hit that follow button if you enjoy the decks that we play or the way I break down my lines or all that jazz. I'm here almost every day throughout the week, Monday through Friday. You can check us out. Huh. Weird that they didn't shock in to play this. I think I want to play Priest here rather than the Blade Juggler, because I'm probably going to need to Priest through this Gatebreaker Ram next turn. Bam! Alright, so we're going to Kitesail to start things off, I think. I'm going to sack these. They'll lose their thing. I'll draw a card. I'll get some mana. The visual stuff was added today, actually. The update was this morning. They don't currently have red mana. Well, he said his opponent played a red land. Gates of Blades is their best kind of draw from a position like this. That's a Gate Colossus. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to play my Marshal. Marshal. My Graveyard Marshal is going to exile a Conquistador here. Then we're going to go ahead and sacrifice Gutterbones and this zombie to draw a card and make them... Man, the Priest is so good when it gets going. So, like, they're going to take 2. I'm going to pick my Gutterbones back up. I'm going to draw a card. We're going to attack them for 4. Yeah, correct, Redagast. I missed a point inside of combat so I could use the mana for the turn, which felt more valuable. Alright, did you draw Gates of Blaze or are you dead? Those are your options. Gates of Blaze and death. This is definitely a drill bit matchup. This is not a fungal infection matchup. A couple of cast downs are probably okay, honestly. I think that's all I want to do, just like stay pretty proactive. I don't think this is a Midnight Reaper matchup. I think if they like 420 Blaze me, we're just going to be dead most of the time, regardless if we draw a few cards afterwards. So I'm going to stick to this and hope to tag any Blazes with discard effects. Oh, Coiling Oracle. Oh, Coiling Oracle. His hand really wants a 1-drop. If we go 1, 2, buckle your shoe, 3, 4, slam the door. This is an excellent start here. This will be able to enable Spectacle for the Spawn of Mayhem next turn. They have an Arcway Angel. Hopefully we'll kill them before that relevance. It's my favorite new icon. I mean, Angrath is kind of like this old angry Minotaur. So, like, aside from the Minotaur part, in a way, I feel like Angrath and I are spiritually connected. He's just, like, old and bitter with the world. Gotta fade that Gates of Blaze here. If we fade Gates of Blaze, this game is super over. They're almost dead, like, next turn, huh? That one. Don't blaze me, bro. Don't do it. Have a heart. Have a heart. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Don't do it. No. No. Stop it. Please, please stop. Just a baby crisis deal. Just a baby crisis. Alright, thunk thunk. Love tap. Baby love tap. Baby baby love tap. Baby love tap. Baby baby love tap. Do 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 do. Gotta fade one more draw step. Gotta fade one more draw step. The downtime was for fixing a server-side issue, so there's no client update even. It's just fixing a bug, not adding anything new. Man, this deck has run some people down quick. 3-1 now, 4 matches in. Angrath was the right choice to lead my mono black army. Rawr. Woodland Stream. That was a good one, yeah. How cheap is this deck on Arena in terms of wildcard value? Priests are rares, Gutterbones are rares, Spawns are mythic. There's a couple other miscellaneous rares in the sideboard. Gobble gobble. Oh, I could have put Spawn into play there. I guess if I draw a land, I could still put Spawn into play. I'm just gonna pass. I don't think it's quite worth ditching my Gutterbones just yet. Just keep the priest activation up here. Deal. I don't really know what they're doing, so I'm gonna click submit. When you're playing something proactive and you're not quite sure how to sideboard, less is more is definitely a great mantra to have. It's Merfolk. Okay, yeah, it could be Merfolk. Do you have any comments on the breaking news that cosmetics make the game better? I do not. Thank you. Thank you, Watsy, for taking my money. These cards are beautiful and I love them. Cometh at me, Merfolk Branchwalker. Yeah, I believe they said that they're looking into doing them for prizes and events. I think I just play Spawn of Mayhem here. This card's gonna kill them real quick. No, other people just aren't really using the cosmetic changes that we played against. You do see your opponent's cosmetic changes. I hear you can summon cosmetic cards to the top of your deck when you need them. That's the truth, Beetle. Good clean value right there. They'll have quasi-duplicate on top of their deck. This cast down just got a lot better. I think I just pass here, right? I think I just want to cast down whatever they're quasi-duplicating this turn. want cosmetics for paper cards? Yeah, I guess I could have attacked there. Woof. Alright, so... Do I... Gosh, I think the way my hand is here, I actually have to do this. Before anyone says anything, Gutterbones only works if they take damage on your turn, so I cannot return the Gutterbones with the mana from this priest. It's not a legal play. Yep. Sleep was one of the few cards that could keep them in there. Banner is interesting. This is kind of sweet, just like getting to pay to make creatures here and then throwing them away to the priest. They're actually just dead, right? If they lose one of their creatures, then I attack them for 3. This is satisfyingly lethal is a great way to put it. Satisfyingly lethal. You know, I kind of thought Priest looked a little odd in here at a glance with the other cards that we're playing, but it really kind of ties the room together. Card's crazy when it goes unchecked. The inclusion of Priest kind of helps Spawn of Mayhem in a weird way, because Priest is a must-kill threat, and then Spawn's another must-kill threat. So, like, if they have to kill Priest on 2, they're less likely to be able to kill Spawn on 3 or 4. Dig, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, the Priest has been really good at closing the door. This hand's probably not good enough to risk a 1-land keep. This hand's super reasonable. I would love a Blade Juggler. Having Reach in our mono black deck is like nothing to scoff at. Red decks, baby, red decks. Do 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 do. We got 4 Moment of Cravings on the sideboard because we are a hungry boy. Wax Paper, thanks for cashing in your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Okay. Alright, let's boot it up. Rigging Runner. That's a magic card. A 2/2 with first strike if they raid. I would like to block. May I block? So they're kind of in an awkward spot here, right? Like, they want to play these after they attack, but at the same time, they want to play them pre-combat so they trigger the Runaway Steamkin so they can be bigger. I think they want to play at least one as a pre-combat 1/1. I'm like super happy with this attack, so deal. Now they're gonna play both these out as 2/2 first strikes. I guess I'm not beating this board, huh? I really want to draw Spawn of Mayhem. Fungal Infection. Well, shoot. Alright, well there's a spawn. The question is, am I too far gone at this point for that to be useful? Like, is my health total too low for it to really have an impact? I don't think so. Hey, Gokai Fire, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Okay. Like, if they want to pressure with Steamkin, I get to trade this here. Then, like, these two together can trade here. Although, maybe I just want to not trade this away, because if I get to untap with this, it provides a stream of fodder for my Priest of the Forgotten Gods. They need, like, a light up the stage into some burn spells here, or, like, a main deck Lava Coil. I guess Skewer on Priest is pretty good. Actually, if they attack with both of these, I'd probably go Chump Block and then have this eat the Rigging Runner. Yeah, huh, I'm actually in a position to race now at this point, right? Because this hits for 5 and puts them to 7, and then this is lethal next turn. And I have this plus, yeah, I think we just pass here. The actual answer is nobody has an answer to that, Ixt. The amount you need to stay at is variable depending on how many people are playing and how much they're winning. And like the amount you're going to slide is going to change day to day. So, like, there will likely be more people playing as the season nears to the end. So, like, the amount people have moved in the last 2 days probably isn't representative of how much they're going to move in the next 3 days. I'm 150 something, I think. I believe. All right. Contempt sounds good. Moment of Craving sounds awesome. Rune Raider is slow. This deck's been kind of scrappy in a sweet way. Blade Juggler is probably the cut here. I think I want to keep Spawn just because of games like that one where you just saw where it gets huge and closes in the air. The rest of this seems fine. There's definitely something to be said for having excellent mana. And this deck certainly has excellent mana. Exits. Got it. Exits. 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 Yeah, I had low expectations going in, and this deck's been, like, scrappy in a way that I wasn't expecting it to be scrappy. Priest does a lot. Priest is a heck of a Magic card. When that card gets going, it's very good. Yeah, like I said, my 2 theoreticals for how the ladder's going to work over the next 3 days is that the lower you fall, the faster you're going to fall, and as we get closer to the deadline, the faster you're going to fall. The questions are, how much faster do both of those things occur? Just gonna gobble this up now in case they have any kind of random pump spells or anything. I think I'm gonna Kitesail plus Priest next turn rather than Spawn of Mayhem, because my opponent almost certainly boarded in a bunch of Lava Coils against us, so I'd much rather like to clear out Lava Coils if possible. Although that's running Spawns of Mayhem. I think I'm still gonna Freebooter. I think I want to take Light Up the Stage here. So that way they're forced to use their Wizard Lightning on my Kitesail Freebooter. They also can't cast the Wizard Lightning just yet because they don't have a Wizard in play because I killed their thing. Got that going for us. Is this the last deck of the day? No, we're gonna play Sultai Aggro after this one. I said extra long stream and I meant it. Love the 8 streams because of work. Good, bad, and ugly. Thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. The Wednesday night is Ninja School at the Hoagland House, so Christy and the kids are out and about. Is there a reason to not attack with the booter? No, I guess there's really not, huh? I've just missed 2 points of damage. I don't know. I might want to chump block with this. Alright, please don't kill me. They're going to have a lot of mana and they're about to draw a lot of cards. Cast down. That would have been cast down. It would have been so good. Again, not picking Gutterbones back up because Gutterbones cannot activate on my opponent's turn. We'd hit cast down there to kill this runaway Steamkin. We'd be in an incredible spot. Without it, we're a little bit far behind here. Hopefully these are bricks. There's a shock and a Wizard's Lightning. So that is like the inverse of a brick. So I assume we'll see them pour mana out of both of these Steamkins and shoot down my Spawn of Mayhem. If I don't block here, I'm taking 8 plus 5, which would be 13, and then I'd take 14, 15 next turn, so I need to trade here. So I don't die to the Steamkins. Ninja School equals gymnastics and obstacle courses. Turns out it really didn't matter. All right, yep. Runaway Steamkin is an aptly named Magic the Gathering card. Aptly named Magic the Gathering card. This hand's great. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little curvings out, 4 little, 4 little, 4 little curvings out. Attack you for 2, kill your thing, gain 2, turn 3 spawn in the play. Pretty good. If they burn my Diregraf Ghoul on 1, I get to go ahead and play Graveyard Marshal. Kitesail's great. Lets me clear the way for Spawn very nicely. Good evening, D20 Bandit. Thank you for the very generous biddies. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Take Wizard Lightning here to choke their mana up a little bit. Real decks do have curves. You are not wrong. So they can... Basically, if they want to double spell this turn, they have to... Am I crazy? Or did these cards used to pop up when they're revealed and I moused over them? Can someone, like, validate my memory for me? That, like, I can right-click to zoom on the left over here, but did these used to pop up automatically when I moused over them? Or am I completely misremembering? Okay, all right. I don't know if that was an intentional change or not. So, if I play this Spawn of Mayhem out, my opponent can Lightning Strike it plus Fanatical Firebrand it. But then, like, I still have 3 power in play and I'm kind of racing. And then, like, the Kitesail Freebooter's still alive. So I think that's a win for me. Okay. Hopefully we draw a land next turn or a 1-mana spell. Basically just really want a double spell turn next turn. Wow, that's bold. That is incredibly bold. Alright, there's my double spell turn. Oh yeah, that's true. They could have done this to this and then this to here. So we're down to 8. I don't want to let them know that I have this Moment of Craving, because maybe they'll get super aggressive and, like, send Burn at my Dome instead of my Spawn. Because this Moment of Craving is really going to help us bridge the gap, I think, here. Yeah, I think it's not good enough to Moment the Firebrand. Sure. Maybe, I guess it keeps my Spawn alive. I guess it keeps my Spawn alive. I'd like to draw a land next turn, so that way I can play Graveyard Marshal. Yeah, maybe I am supposed to kill the Firebrand so my Spawn stays alive since they're at 8. Yeah, I think you're right, JW. I think you're right that was the line. The Priest is summoning sick at the moment. I think I'm just going to 12 here. Conquistador. Alright, so let's do this. And do this. And do this. And then I'm going to activate. No, I don't need to activate this right now. I can block with this and then activate this, sack these, then have this make a zombie with the mana. Graveyard Marshal's been really good at feeding Priest. Was not expecting that to be something that came up as much as it has. if they don't have a removal spell for this priest, they're actually just dead because they activated the Spear Spewer. I think I used my moment wrong this game, but it looks like Priest is gonna pull us out another one here. Bye, Felicia. I like how it makes them finish resolving the trigger before they die. Yep. Yep. Sweet. A solid 5-1. The match we lost was to a match where removal didn't line up really well. They had a lot of afterlife creatures, which seemed incredibly hard for us. Huh. You know, I was actually kind of impressed with this deck. What's the rare and mythic count in this deck? In the main deck, there are, I guess there's quite a few rares in here. There's 12, 14 rares and 4 mythics in the main, and then a few more rares in the sideboard. I don't know that I necessarily change anything after playing that. I felt like this was pretty cohesive overall. We talked about whether or not maybe we wanted a red splash, but honestly, having great mana in those games was really good. And I don't know, like, I definitely think having access to something like Lava Coil would have helped the matchup against the Afterlife creatures, but there just aren't that many Afterlife creatures in the format. I don't think it's worth messing up the mana on average to make you a little bit better in those places. So if you're looking for kind of a sweet, nifty aggro deck, I kind of like what this one's doing. Even if it doesn't have a lot of sweet lands for us to do sweet things with. You feel like Marshal deserves a slot in other builds. It could be, that's actually a good thought. Maybe I'm interested in playing Graveyard Marshal in something like Aristocrats, because it was good with Priest. We really don't want to play Cry of the Canarium in my aggro deck that all of my stuff dies to Cry except for Spawn, so I think playing Cry in my deck that's mostly things that die to Cry is probably a little bit silly. Alright, gonna wrap things up today with some Sultai aggro. It's been a while since we've done a 12-hour stream, but I'm feeling good. We had my wife Christy brought me down some food a couple of times. It was feeling fantastic, chat. All right, I need all of the, this deck's got all the foils in it, chat. Look at, let the foils flow through you. Let the premium Magic the Gathering cards enter my deck list. I'm not gonna have foil overgrown tombs in my deck. It's the optimistic hype about the game, Jeff. They're doing so many things right with Arena. I agree. They have done a lot very correct with this application. They have been killing it. All right. Who am I kidding? I should just buy the last 2 of these, right? All right. We're almost through the $200 worth of gems I bought earlier. Poor little Hinterland Harbor not having a foil option. Poor little Hinterland Harbor. All alone and not foil. Shiny. You actually can't get Land War Elves. They're going to be a special event card. This style is unlocked through play. So you cannot make the elves shiny by money. Sleeves, yep, need sleeves.